I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya.
This piece of legislation, we kind of find out about the 11th hour.
Flagler County is expecting chaos as they scramble to create a new law to supersede a state ordinance that could block people from being on parts of the beach. County Administrator Craig Coffey says he's very concerned.
It's kind of tucked in on a very innocuous bill that was kind of below the radar, and it was sidelined, and then all of a sudden it sprung out of nowhere, and it was moving quick, and it does some very, very bad things potentially, and there's a lot of counties out there that it's going to impact that aren't aware of it at this time.
The county has until July 1 to counteract the legislation that allows beachfront property owners to wall off parts of their beach from public use. County Attorney Al Hadid called it unprecedented. Flagler Beach also plans to pass counteractive legislation.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
The Flagler County Commission voted unanimously Monday to shift the collection of the 5% tourist tax from the Department of Revenue in Tallahassee to the tax collector's office in Bunnell. John Arking reports.
Officials say the tax is paid almost exclusively by non-residents, targeting short-term renters, including those who book hotel and motel rooms, RV parks, and any rental arrangement less than 6 months. It's estimated that hundreds of property owners collect the tax but are not passing it on. By shifting the collection to local officials, it's hoped that tax collection could increase by 20% and add up to $500,000 to the $2 million a year currently being collected. Effective July 1st, Flagler will become the 44th of Florida's 67 counties to do its own tourist tax collections. County officials say the change comes at the same time they're ending ambulance billing, so they're unsure if additional employees will be needed to process the collections. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
A Flagler Beach woman thought she was hitting the brake, but when she slammed into the 7-Eleven, she knew she had accidentally hit the gas. It happened Monday afternoon. Channing Nelson was parked outside the convenience store on the 400 block of South Ocean Shore Boulevard when she drove her van over a parking barrier, across the sidewalk, and practically through the front door of the convenience store. No structural damage was reported, and no one was on the sidewalk at the time. Police say they saw her wobbling at the scene and could smell alcohol on her breath. She was charged with a DUI causing property damage. An event tomorrow at Bunnell City Hall is dedicated to reminding drivers that they need to move over when passing stopped emergency vehicles. Rich Petchke has the details.
It's called the Spirit Ride, a ceremonial procession with a casket as its centerpiece, and it will be at City Hall for the event beginning at 9 a.m. According to ride organizers, the ceremonial spirit casket has been relayed in over 140 cities from tow truck to tow truck, and before year's end will have passed hands in 300 cities with truck processions totaling over 10,000 trucks from towing, fire, police, and EMS. The local event is sponsored by John's Towing. There's a move over law in every state in the country designed to protect first responders and other roadside workers, but according to the National Safety Commission, 71% of Americans are not aware of this law. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Rich Petchke.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.